So we've just finished a mindfulness in motion class where we've been exploring one of the superchargers. So superchargers in BMT are mindful movements, many of them based on Tai Chi and Qigong, but not all of them, that when taught mindfully really have the capacity to illuminate many of the teaching points and insights that we are trying to develop and dive into in our mindfulness practice. So with the swimming backwards exercise, we're exploring the left and the right sides, the left and the right brain, all the subtle differences in effort and pacing, coordination, sensitivity in the left and the right brain. And there's such a rich wealth of information that can come to mind and come to our awareness when we are able to explore the left and the right body in this mindful way. The body really is a teacher there about control and lack of control, about effort and efficiency versus what we experience when we're slightly seemingly less efficient. So there was a great discussion and dialogue there about the left and the right brain. We also, of course, explored the principle of pacing, the brain's braking system, and what happens when we take charge of the pacing. And this is something that's so important in our modern world because everything is pushing us towards rushing. And it's when we're rushing that we lose contact with not only our intentions and often our values, but also with the reality of what's going on right underneath our noses. And I suppose that's one of the things when I talk to my students about the difference versus goals and intentions, is goals really have their eye on the future. And sometimes when we're so fixated on the goals, we miss what's happening right in front of our faces. And sometimes that might be something harmful. And I think we're seeing that in our society right now. We've had such a strong focus on targets and goals that we don't realize that we're pushing our young people or we're pushing our workforce to breaking point in order to get to those goals and targets. And there's some very big questions now about how we're living our lives and what's important, because we see the damage that's been done, particularly to mental health, but also to physical health. So going slow, seeing more, allows us not only to get a much finer detail about what's going on in the body, about how things are organized, about how we can move with care, with attention, but it also allows us to tap into our intentions. And we do this with the physical body as a way to help us train how to activate these brain networks, which we're using all the time when we're making decisions. So again, the body is our teacher. And of course, the moving body is a great aid to train attention, and particularly so for those with attention networks that are a little bit different. And my own work, my own journey has very much been working with an attention system that engages with the world in a slightly different way. And these do tend to be my clients, and I work a lot as well with young people who have compromised attention or different attentional systems as a result of growing up with technology. And we played with this today, all the different types of lenses of attention, the different things that we can attend to. We're still present. We're present to what is emerging. We're present to what is unfolding, but we're doing it in a way that is a bit easier for the minds that like to jump around and that are a bit more easily distracted. So you could say that when we're working with mindful movement, this is a movement practice for anybody whose mind and attention system is operating in a different way, whether that's because of genetics, whether that's because they've grown up as a digital native and fundamentally the attention network has been shaped in a different way, or many people I work with also have attention systems that are tuned a little bit differently because of high states of arousal. That could be trauma, that could be anxiety, it could be just a system that's really activated emotionally and is trying its best to regulate but needs mindfulness in a different way. So this is the Wednesday class. We're going through the Superchargers in the Mindfulness in Motion book. We have a little bit of time to practice. We have time to discuss. And this is how we train our brain in brain-wise ways and take care of our bodies as well. See you.